Good day, Mr. Azrizal and fellow viewers. My name is Ashurya. This video is about our proposal report on online studies. A survey was conducted among 78 students of University Malaysia Perlis, consisting of male and female who are currently pursuing their education in degree and diploma in the university. We have found out that most students are unsure about their satisfaction on the online studies conducted. This is most probably because they are unsure whether to feel happy about their comfort zone at home or to feel sad and worried about their university life, having fun in the campus with their friends going into ways. Based on the survey, we have found out that the students face dissatisfaction due to adaptability struggles and poor internet connection mainly. The purpose of this survey is to come up with solutions that can help these students in pursuing their education online throughout this pandemic. Lately, the Ministry of Education has provided free SIM card with sufficient data plan to facilitate the learning process of these students. Besides, educators should enhance their teaching skills by discovering new and interesting teaching techniques that are effective. However, despite all these efforts, students should not take online classes for granted. They should have proper time management and a balance between studies and responsibilities. In conclusion, from this proposal report, we have gained a lot of knowledge on the effects of online studies on students by looking at things from their point of view. However, many solutions have been suggested and can further be implemented with the help of the authorities. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Li Jiayi from RY21. My metric number is 181282230. Today, I would like to present introduction. As COVID-19 turned the whole global upside down, NCO and CMCO lead the temporary closure of the university and disrupt on-campus classroom activity. Thus, online study, which guarantee the high safety, is the only choice for this homebound lecturer and student. In this proposal, we have surveyed problem satisfaction of online study among 78 UniMAP students. For the result of the conducted survey, students face the problem during online study, such as the dissatisfaction of online study. The second one, the adaptability struggle. The third one, poor internet connection and technical issue. Moreover, we have also suggested practical solution to solve this mentioned problem. In a conclusion, the overall goal of this proposal is to guide UniMAP authority. They can more understand the overall perception of the UniMAP student and the problem faced by the UniMAP student. We hope this can stimulate the UniMAP authority to enhance the effectiveness and learning effect of the online learning at the next semester. Next, I would like to present benefit. There are a lot of the benefit to student and UniMAP authority if they practice the suggested solution. Firstly, the student can learn better skill and technique for effective time management during the progress of completing their assignment. For example, avoid procrastination and focusing on finishing their assignment. This is important to help the student to work smarter and easier. Next, the student can have a better work-life balance because they have more free time to develop their hobby. The student can become the self-disciplined person. They will become the master of their time. Moreover, the student can take this opportunity to learn, master the software that is needed in their assignment, like AutoCAD. This can add the value to their workforce and provide the better career choice for the student. This will become the competitive edge for students in their future. Next, the student can learn to have open, positive mindset at the progress of adapting to this new change in their education path. When they face their problem in their future, they can adapt better, hear, and accept other idea, and even the argument. This can develop the student mindset and find a new solution from another viewpoint perspective. This can prevent the argument, resentment with the surrounding person. Next, the student can build a closer relationship when discussing with the classmate. This is a chance for students to know each other, to talk with their classmate, and from the relationship with their classmate, they will become the closer friend after the interaction. Lastly, strong internet can improve the effectiveness of the online study and learning effect of the student because strong internet can ensure the conduction of online study smoothly. The successful of the online learning can engage the student towards academic aspect and boost retention. When compared to the physical class, students can interact better with their lecturer and has a less stressful learning environment. For example, they can ask their doubt priorly with their lecturer, or speak out directly, or comment in their chat box during the synchronized class. That's all. Thank you. Bye.
Next, we will proceed to methodology and problems regarding our proposal report. First of all, my name is Adrian, and we're gonna discuss more about methodology. Okay, in our report, we use two types of method, which is observation studies and survey research. Observation study is defined as those who are involved in systematic recording of observable phenomena or behavior, which mean in observation studies, we analyze the complaints and struggles of UniMAP students, and we listening to our own friends and daily conversation about online studies to to find out what they are struggling in online studies. And also survey research. Survey research is defined as collection of information from a sample of individual through their responses of question. Okay, survey research. For now, we are using Google Form, and we send the link through through, via URL, and then send to the UniMAP students for them to fill up the questionnaire, and then from there we can analyze the data. And of course, we use random sampling. So in our proposal report, we use random sampling because this is for all UniMAP students which are facing the online problem studies, and then we want to find out all the voices of UniMAP online studies in the proposal report. And now we discuss about the problems of our questionnaires. So we identify three problems. The first problem is dissatisfactions of online studies among students. So the importance of these studies is where we want to find out whether the students are satisfied about the online studies that are currently implemented due to movement control order. So we want to find out, and we want to get some feedback from the students. So if you can draw your attention here, this is the results we obtain. So I can generally conclude that most of the students are satisfied and very satisfied in online studies, maybe because they are very comfortable in submitting their assignments and very comfortable also in attending classes by just using mobile phone or laptop everywhere, just that they have to have a strong internet connection. So um, there are only eight, nine, nine students are not really satisfied in this problem, mainly because they couldn't master the necessary skills and software. For example, Microsoft Word, they don't know how to do it do it in order as the lecturer told them. So they really don't like about online studies because it's very troublesome for them due to lots of format need to be followed as well. And around 24 students of UniMAP also, they conclude that they have no opinion, or they have moderate opinion, means they don't satisfied, they didn't satisfy, they are right in the middle, which means they are okay with it. So the second problem is adaptability struggles. So the importance of adaptability struggles is you want to find out how the students adapt in very tough situation in terms of online learning. And we come up with the question, which is who is the most reliable character in the period of online learning. So basically, we want to find out what is students' most reliable character, which means there could be many of them. Since there could be yourself, coursemate, lecturers, family, and soulmate, which is the soulmate. And okay, let me conclude that 44.9% of they are rely on coursemate, mainly because the coursemate are very understandable and more comfortable to work with, more comfortable to discuss about their assignments and so forth. And the second one is yourself, means the students rely on themselves to finish up the assignments, to do the assignments by themselves, and many more. And the third one is lecturer. So this this idea, not many students are quite comfortable, mainly because lecturers are very hard to, sometimes very hard to understand, very very hard to understand by the students, or maybe the students are afraid to ask the lecturers. And the least reliable character is family and soulmate. This particular thing is, I think, mainly because family and soulmate, they don't have any idea what are the students, what are the UniMAP students are doing, so they couldn't help. So yes, that's the least reliable character in the period of online learning. Okay, the final problems in online studies is the main problem, which is the poor internet connection. Because poor internet connection will determine your online studies, whether your online studies gonna work in a good way or otherwise. So in this question, then we want to find out what kind of difficulties you are facing during online studies. So majority of the students are facing online internet connection, mainly because internet connection, they are only available in not rural area. Most of cities area, they are very available in terms of internet connection, and rural area, they are less access to internet connection. And the second biggest difficulty is 24.4%, which is they don't have any suitable learning environment. As you know, um, no suitable learning environment, which means the student couldn't even sit in proper places. They couldn't even focus, mainly because it's not the good place for them to study, to do their assignments, and they have to share some spaces to with families, with other families, which they are quite not comfortable to. So doing house chore is very, as a student, is very annoying sometimes when we are doing our online studies, or doing our assignments. They also, then their parents or their family members ask them to do chores, which can difficult for them to doing their assignments and online studies. And the few things that haven't pointed out is noise and others. That's all from me for methodology and problems. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Omgay from R121. My matrix number is 181282252. I would like to introduce that the solutions towards the three issues of online studies that are confronting by the UniMAP students, which are proposed by my partner, Adrian, just now. The first problem is the dissatisfaction of students with online studies. Okay, let's look into the bar chart at the side. The rating of online studies among UniMAP students are mostly in the range of 1 to 4. This rating indicates that some concerns about the educational level of online studies implementation are still exist among UniMAP students. These concerns may include of the loads of assignments, the difficulties of online assessment conducted, and others. All the concerns are dragging in with the educational level of UniMAP. Therefore, UniMAP can improve its educational level by reviewing its current implementation comprehensively. They can provide survey, adjustment, arrangement, agreements that meets the opinions of major individuals. The ability struggles of students are the second issue with online study implementation. The characters that exist during the period online study are themselves classmates, lecturers, families, and soulmates. The results of the survey are performed by the student from UniMAP in a pie chart. The result shows that the most trustworthy person during the implementation of online studies are their classmates. This is because classmates are taking the same course with them. They learn the same thing throughout the whole semester, so they can discuss together when they are facing difficulties in their academics. They can also assist and remind each other in this transition period. The third problem is raised, which is the poor internet connection at the locations that students are conducting online studies by referring to the pie chart at the side. The weak internet access either on campus or at home is challenging the students. They cannot concentrate on their lecture when they are present. The class is presenting by the lecturer. They need to spend extra time to rewatch the video recorded by the lecturer that day. Hence, UniMAP can provide the students who are unable to afford the privilege of accessing the network with sponsorship initiative. For example, free data service are offered for students at home, while the strong internet coverage is provided for the students on campus. In short, there are three main issues identified have met the solution. UniMAP can improve themselves by solving these problems which are surveyed by UniMAP students. Adjustments are appreciated by the persons that are involved in this transition period for them to go through. That's all for me. Thank you.
Good day, sir. My name is Okaman. Number matrix 181282251. It is stated on the top left of my slides. So today I'm going to present two parts from our proposal reports. They are about the management from UniMAP and estimate costs of online studies. First of all, there are problems identified and presented regarding to the online studies from previous students. The issues include the struggle to adapt to a new learning approach, poor internet issues, computer illiteracy, lack of gadgets, and distractions from home. Fortunately, there are some organizations in UniMAP to attend to these issues. So, in overall statistic of our questionnaire, there are only 37% of students are having online studies back in the campus. However, they face difficulties on the poor internet provided in their hostel. Since UniMAP has 5 campuses around Perlis, the head of every hostel management should take initiative to improve the quality of the internet. They should upgrade the coverage and stability of the modem or routers. Besides that, they could provide a study area in the building with the highest internet connectivity as possible so that student who has poor internet has a place to proceed online studies. Next, the UniMAP ICT Center, which is responsible for the information and communication technology, should take reports of poor connectivity seriously and investigate the problem by minimizing them. The e-library should be operating daily and in sufficient hours so that some students can help themselves available and at ease for learning, for virtual learning, especially to those who do not own a laptop or computer. Another organization in UniMAP is P3P UniMAP. It is responsible for the students' welfare. I think they could set up a sponsorship with telecommunication companies to provide free mobile data plan for students in need. They also could seek out collaboration with tech companies to provide discount or sponsors on electronic gadgets such as laptop or tablet. Alright. At last, virtual learning is a self-initiated learning experience whereby the teacher and learners are physically separated. I think the most important management is by oneself. It takes disciplines and determinations from oneself in the learning process. Next, I will be talking about estimate cost for UniMAP to carry out online studies. We estimated there is a total staff of 120 in UniMAP that to make use of online teaching tools. Subscriptions such as Google Workplace with Business Standard cost for 40 ringgit per user per month, and Webex is approximately 55 ringgit per user per month. So, the total estimated cost is 11,400 ringgit per month only for the subscription. Well, we also estimate the total electricity bills in UniMAP as 12,000 ringgit per month. Besides that, there are training programs about online teaching provided for our lecturers. The cost is estimated as 3,000 ringgit. UniMAP has been providing free SIM cards for students in need. We estimated that UniMAP had given around 4,000 pieces of SIM cards that cost 80 ringgit for each. The total expenses is around 300,000 ringgit. The SIM card provided only covers for 1 month usage. After 1 month of activation, it depends on student whether or not to continue. If students decide to continue the internet package, UniMAP will be subsidizing 27 ringgit out of 80 ringgit for each student. We estimated there is about 1,000 students to continue with the package. So UniMAP will be providing subsidy as much as 27,000 ringgit per month. With all of the expenses mentioned above, the total monthly expenses only for online studies will be around 50,000 ringgit, while one-time expenses such as the cost for trainings and SIM cards will be around 300,000 ringgit. So, as we can see, online studies are really expensive. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Kai Song and my matrix number is 181282260. So today I'm going to talk about the conclusion for this whole proposal report. So as you may wonder why we choose the questionnaire based on the topic of the problems and satisfactions of online studies among UniMAP students as our question. So the reason behind this is purely because that we were aware that UniMAP students are actually facing difficulties in this sudden online studies due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which became our new norm in the recent months. So there are several conclusions that I could make from this proposal report. So let's go into the first one. So firstly, we could conclude that mostly all the students are satisfied with online study as it brings comfort towards them. So it is more comfortable attending online lectures and submitting assignments through online as all of the students have access to smartphones, laptops, electronic gadgets in their daily use. The second conclusion that I can make from this is almost half of the percentage of students conclude that their reliable character during online studies is their own coursmate rather than themselves. This is because in their academics, coursmates will hold each other accountable, therefore making students does not left out in their academic and do not overlook important information. So the third conclusion that I can make is the majority of the students are facing difficulty in internet connection, mainly in their home or also in the campus itself. This is because internet connectivity is varied in terms of location, geographical areas, and the high speed of internet is only available for students who can afford them. So as for the solution, to make sure that students and lecturers will have a more productive and effective learning space throughout this whole change management in terms of studying and learning. So first of all, students must constantly provide feedback to lecturer. This is super important in order for lecturer to understand student better and student to understand the space more, so that it will be more effective and more productive for both sides and all stakeholders. So for instance, the creation of feedback form after each lecture to be filled in by the students, so that both parties could improve themselves during the space. And for less fortunate students who are unable to afford the privilege of accessing the network or minimum electronic gadget for studies, university student welfare should provide sponsorship initiative and to ensure that e-learning can be carried out smoothly, so that they could prepare strong and reliable internet coverage for campus learners also. So finally, we hope that this questionnaire and this proposal brings a little bit of enlightenment or even a little bit help to all various stakeholders, or even to the students or to other researchers, so that they can find this to improve whatever they are doing, or they can study more and find more answer towards this topic. So thank you very much.